Hey everyone, can y'all hear me? Just give me a thumbs up if you can hear me. Awesome, perfect, perfect, perfect. Okay, I'm gonna give it just like another minute to let some people log on. I know that Zoom is probably a new platform for most people and they've never used it until today. So I know there's some technical difficulties with people logging on. So I'm just gonna give them another minute or two and then we will get started. If you need to run to the potty or grab something to drink, go for it. And if you don't mind turning your camera on, if you can, if you're, not in the shower or something like that, then go ahead and pop on the camera so I can see y'all's faces. All right, we will go ahead and get started. And then as people, other people jump on, they can just kind of catch up. I'm actually going to record this time. So if anybody is not able to hop on, then we'll have the recording so they can send it. First of all, thank y'all for hopping on this call with whoever invited you on this Sunday. I know Sundays are usually like total lazy days. And so I appreciate you guys taking some time out of your schedule. One of the things that I absolutely love about this business is we get to choose who we want as our business partners. And so I just want to compliment all of the guests on the call because you were chosen. Like we get to pick and choose who our dream team and who our coworkers are. And so someone thinks very, very highly of you if they invited you onto this call. Don't you wish it was like that in the real world? We could choose our coworkers. Wouldn't that be awesome? Okay, for those that don't know me, I'm Ashley Strong. I am an independent consultant and national vice president with Arbonne International. I have been with Arbonne a little over 2 years now. I actually met my sponsor, Sarah Handy, out at a hibachi restaurant. And before this, I was hands down the most anti-network marketing person that you could have ever met. Like I was the nightmare friend. I did not support small businesses. I did not support any of my friends, little side hustles or anything like that. And the reason why is because honestly, I had never seen one be successful. And that's just shooting it straight. I had never seen anybody actually make it in, one of those things. And what kind of changed my mind is after I'd met my sponsor, Sarah Handy. Well, first of all, I was around her all the time. And so I was seeing the change in her. I was seeing the difference. I was seeing her getting healthier and skinnier and younger and prettier and wealthier. And I thought, okay, maybe there is something to this. But really, it just didn't look the way that I thought it would look because it was a network marketing company. And so one of the things that I started, I'm gonna mute somebody. There we go. One of the things that really made me open my mind up to the possibilities that this company could have was I was already recommending products. I just wasn't getting paid for it. And a lot of people think that they don't do that, but we do. We all do it. And so if you think about a friend hits you up and says, hey, I'm in the area. Where's a good restaurant to eat? And you say, oh my gosh, you've got to go to this place. They've got the best food. Their customer service is excellent, yada, 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 right? That's social marketing. That's network marketing. That's exactly what we do. We recommend hairstylists all the time. I know all of the ladies on the call know we always recommend hairstylists, right? Like that's our number one thing we recommend. We recommend clothing stores. We recommend boutiques. We recommend things to our friends and family all the time. The difference is all of those different companies or products or goods or services that we are recommending people to, they don't send us a commission check. And so we think in our mind that we actually do not do network marketing, but we do. We just don't get paid for it. And so I really started thinking about that. And I also started thinking about some statistics in the workforce. So I'm a little bit of a numbers person. And I was reading an article not too long ago, and it talked about how 76% of Americans are stressed about work or money. Middle class income is stagnant. Like if you are into economics or anything like that, you've probably read that middle class is becoming stagnant. Middle class is dying. There's the poor and there's the rich, and middle class is starting to die, but inflation is continuing. Prices are continuing to go up. Debt is the way that most people are affording their lifestyle these days. It's very common to, throw it on a credit card, charge it, hope that you can pay it off the next cycle, or you kind of live bare minimum to bare minimum payment. One of the articles I was reading the other day was that the headline was "Debt is our new cancer." And that was very, very eye-opening to me that most Americans are living that way. 86,400 hours is the average amount of time that a person works in their lifetime. And 85% of Americans say that they do not feel any type of fulfillment, nor do they feel like they get paid what they're worth in their job. So 85% saying that they don't get any fulfillment from their job. It's not fueling their passion. They don't feel like they're getting paid what they're worth. And so those are just a couple of alarming stats that really got my wheels turning when I was considering a second stream of income. I am active duty Air Force. I work at least 60 hours a week. And so the thought of taking on something else just seemed like insane to me. But y'all, I knew that I was made for more. I just didn't know what that was going to look like. I did not ever think that the vehicle that was going to get me to living out my dreams or living wide awake and not just when I sleep was going to come in the form of Arbonne. But a few things that I did know, I know that I love using products that are clean and that work well. I know that I didn't want to live check to check. I knew that I didn't want to slave 9 to 5, making somebody else rich all the time. And I knew that I did not want to continue to make big business rich. So the products were like the very first thing that made me fall in love with the company. And y'all, the products are really what I consider to be the first advantage of being aligned with this company. And one of the main things that I think makes Arbonne different than every other thing that you see out there. Like, how many of us scroll through our Facebook feed and see 50% of our friends selling something? It's jewelry, or it's a candle, or it's leggings. Like, everybody is selling something these days. And so it's very easy to get in that mindset of like, why are you different? And why is this different? Why should I look at what you're doing over what everybody else is doing? And products are my number one answer to that. Our products are pure, safe, beneficial. They're dermatologist tested. They go through clinical studies, clinical research. They're certified vegan, certified kosher, non-GMO, soy-free, whey-free, gluten-free, dairy-free. And so this is products that people have been looking for years. If you guys think of all the food allergies, all the product allergy or ingredient allergies that people have these days, they're looking for something that is clean, but also works, because you can get a little too, on the hemp seed earthy side, and then stuff doesn't even work. Then you can go so far to the other side of the spectrum where it's just a chemical, poop storm. And so our products combine the best of science and nature. They do what they say that they're going to do, and they do it very, very well. The second advantage of Arbonne is the business model. And this is probably what I was the most uneducated about, because I always just kind of had that burning question of, if it's so good, why is it not sold in stores? Like, why can I not just run up to my local Target and buy it if it's that good? Wouldn't retailers be knocking the doors down for this? But what happens is traditional retail involves manufacturers, wholesalers, warehouses, sales force, retailers, and then finally the consumer. And so by the time you get the actual product in your hand, the effectiveness of the product has gone down dramatically, because they have had to lower the ingredient standard every single step of the way, because people along the way's got to get paid, right? They need their money also. Versus social marketing, which is what we do. And that's a system that really channels products from the manufacturer to the consumer through an independent consultant. So you have the manufacturer, which is Arbonne Home Office. You have the independent consultant, who is the person that invited you on this call. They have a website, and you go to their website, you shop, product shows up at your door. They earn a commission check. That is genius marketing strategy. It's an incredibly effective system. Totally cuts out the middleman, which from a business standpoint is smart because it offers you the largest earning potential. So, and really, y'all, it's the way of the future. I mean, if you think of Amazon, right? Like Amazon is the largest retailer in the world, but they have no physical stores. They own no physical buildings. Like you don't get up and say, oh, I'm going to run, to Walmart and to Amazon and to, the dentist today. Like they don't have stores. They just do it, you do it from your smartphone. Netflix is the largest movie chain and they own no movie rental buildings. Back in the day, we used to have to go to Blockbuster and now we just go to netflix.com and we get what we want. Airbnb is the largest hotel chain in the world and they own no hotels. So the way that we do business, the way that the world does business, it's changing. People want to work from their smartphone. They want a couple clicks of a button and then they want a box at their door. They want convenience. Arbonne offers that. They've been doing it for 38 years and they make it very, very simple. Another advantage is the opportunity. And so this is the game changer, y'all. The opportunity is absolutely incredible. There's 4 ways that we earn commission in this business. And so the first way is your product retail. So I know when I first heard about this opportunity, one of the biggest the burning question was, is it a pyramid scheme? And I'm just being real because that's what people ask me all the time. Is this a pyramid scheme? First of all, Arbonne has been around for 38 years. If they were a pyramid scheme, they would have been shut down within the first few. Second of all, the definition of a pyramid scheme is when you get paid to recruit people. We do not get paid to recruit people at all whatsoever. The reality is 100 people could be on this call, 100 people could all sign up under me today, and I do not make money for recruiting you. We make money on product sales. So that's the first way that we earn commission. 15 to 35% on product sales is what the consultant earns. The second way is what I like to call leadership money. And that's when you teach and train a team to be successful, then you get override commission on their product sales as well. The third way is the Mercedes-Benz cash bonus. And so I'm going to tell y'all about the 4 levels of management here in a minute. But at the third level of management, you earn a free white Mercedes from Arbonne. We choose white because it represents the purity of our products, and we choose Mercedes because it represents the safety of our products. And so you earn an $800 a month cash bonus towards your Mercedes. If your Mercedes is cheaper than that, then you pocket the rest. If it's more than that, then you would pay the difference. The fourth way that you earn commission is through cash bonuses. And I really love this because anybody can earn a cash bonus at any level. You don't have to wait until you're like at the top of the company or you've hit a certain, quota or anything like that. You can earn cash bonuses from the day that you start. And so you can earn that as consultant and then all 4 levels of management. And that ranges from $100 to $600 extra a month on top of your commission, on top of your overrides, on top of everything else. There are 4 levels of management in this company. So everybody starts on an even playing field. Everybody starts as an independent consultant. We all get the same opportunity, which is another huge advantage because you don't have to worry about who am I under and, all that funky like business model stuff. It doesn't matter. You get the same opportunity starting as anybody that has done this before you. You start as an independent consultant. The first level of management is called district manager. And what I love about this level is you start getting paid on your own purchases. So things that you're already buying from your own store to use, you start getting commission on that as well. And so we teach people how to get to district manager within 1 to 2 months because we want them to immediately start getting paid on things that they're buying anyways. That's just smart business. Average monthly income at this level is anywhere from $250 a month to $1,000 a month and beyond. There's no cap at any level at all. So you can work this business as fast or as slow as you want, and you really get to choose your paycheck. The more effort that you put into it, the more commission that you're going to earn. The second level is area manager. And at this level, you earn yet another commission on top of your district manager and your consultant commission. Average monthly income is anywhere from $1,500 to $4,000 and up a month. Again, no cap. This level is very special as well because your business becomes willable. And so, God forbid something was to ever happen to me, my husband would continue to earn the commission from my business as long as people still shop from my website, or the team that I have built still continues to have people shop from their website, then my husband would continue to earn that commission. The third level is regional vice president. This is where you earn your Mercedes. And so this is a very sexy level to be at because you get the hot car, and you pick whatever Mercedes you want. You can buy it, brand new. You can lease it. You can buy pre-owned. You can buy it from like your cousin's, uncle's, brother's girlfriend that's selling a car. It doesn't matter. It just has to be white. Just has to be a Mercedes. You get $800 a month towards your Mercedes. You get another pay raise on top of all of your other commissions. An average monthly income at this level is anywhere from $5,000 to $15,000 and up per month. The fourth and final level, which is the level that I am at right now, is national vice president. And you get another pay raise, like common theme, right? You get a pay raise at every one. Your Mercedes cash bonus goes up to $1,000 a month. So you can upgrade your Mercedes, or you can pocket even more, which is what I did. I kept my same Mercedes. My car payment's like $500 a month, so I get to pocket that extra $500. Average monthly income for national vice president is $22,000 a month and up. Y'all, I promise you, 2 years ago, before I started this business, that level and that number seemed absolutely impossible. It seemed like something that was never going to happen. I thought maybe I could make it to district manager and I would probably just stay there, but I was happy with like an extra $1,000 a month. That was huge for me. And that $1,000 changed a lot of things for my family. It covered our grocery bills. It covered car payments. It allowed my husband and I to have some date nights, at restaurants that maybe we wouldn't have been able to afford before. So that was a crazy level to get to. But now, being at the top of the company and being able to help and teach people how to get there as well is like, it blows my mind every single day. So a lot of common fears that people have when they are thinking about starting their own Arbonne business or, having a second stream of income is, I think probably one of the biggest one is, what are people going to think about me? And I'll be honest, that was a very real fear for me. I was very worried about annoying my friends and family. I didn't want to be, kind of grouped into that category of like one of those people that do one of those things that never work, right? So I was very, very hesitant about what people were going to think about me. But what I have found is, y'all, there are so many people praying for what we have in this business. There are people that want a better way. They are looking for opportunities like this. We have stay-at-home moms on our team. We have doctors that love the products so much and have seen so many results from it that they can't help but share it with their patients. And so it just makes sense for them to do the business. We have corporate executives. We have military personnel. We have people in college. We have all ages, all backgrounds, all races, all ethnicities, all socioeconomic statuses. It is incredible the kind of people that are looking for something like this. They're looking to break that cycle of 9 to 5. They're looking to not continue to work their life away for someone else, for another boss or another business, making them rich. And they know that there's more to life than just living check to check. So I was skeptical, but the people that joined my business, I will forever be in debt for them because they have always they hit me up and they're like, I have been waiting on something like this. I have been needing something like this. And it must be legit if you go. And so something that I always say is your circle of influence is waiting on you to be brave, because a lot of times they're not going to go first. They're waiting on you to be brave. Another common fear that I had is I don't know enough people. Because I think when you're, thinking of starting, you're like, okay, friends and family. And you think like, well, most of us have actually a circle of maybe 10 friends if we're super abundant, like people that are actually close to us. Y'all, my family, like my own mother, is still not a client. And so I thought my mom would be like my number one supporter, right? Like family can be the most skeptical people in the world about this business. The people that are going to join you are going to knock your socks off because it's people that you never ever would have imagined. And I used to think the same thing, as I don't know enough people. But half of these consultants that are on this call, I didn't even know before Arbonne. Like our paths crossed after Arbonne. And it's not who you know, it's who they know and who they know and who they know and who they know. And it's like the butterfly effect. It's the 6 degrees of separation, and you will be aligned with the right people in your business. No matter what. My team's in 48 states and 11 countries, and I probably personally knew maybe an eighth of them before starting this business. So it's crazy to think about, the domino effect that it's going to have. The two biggest fears, and I think things that hold people back, is I don't have enough time and I don't have enough money. And I told y'all I work like 60 hours a week. What I found is I'm spending a majority of my day anyways on this thing. I'm spending a lot of time on my smartphone. Now Apple has the screen report where it tells you how much you've been on the phone, which is a freaking scary stat, but it lets you know how much time you actually do have on your day, in your day. And I just realized I'm on my smartphone so much anyways. I'm already on Facebook. I'm already on Instagram. I already have a social circle. So what I do now is I leverage those platforms to build my business instead of just mindlessly scrolling and, getting caught up in other people's posts every day. I leverage my social media to build my business. Some days I have to, get up a couple minutes early or stay up a couple minutes late to build my business. But what I've found is we will make time for things that are a priority to us, the same way we make time to eat and to bathe and to spend time with our kids or our spouse. Like, you'll make time for things that you believe in. And then the not enough money, there's not a big investment to start this business. It is $49 to become a consultant. That's it, $49. You are not required to, hit a certain minimum or buy a certain amount of stock. You get great deals on products. You get free gifts and you get incentives when you do start with products, but it's not mandatory. We just recommend it because if you're going to sell something, you should probably use it, right? Like, you probably should be able to speak to what it is that you're selling. But we don't have to keep stock. We don't have to keep inventory. We don't have to go door to door. We don't have to do parties galore. If you choose to do it that way, you can, but it's not mandatory. You go as fast or as slow as you want to go. You decide your pace. You decide how much time you want to put into it. You decide which level you want to be at, and there's no penalty. So you don't get, kicked out of the company if you don't hit a certain amount by a certain time. We just have a system for success, and we teach you how to start making money as soon as possible, because when you earn an income, it makes it worth your time. So I will open it up for Q&A real quick. If you guys have questions or you're curious about how something works, I'm an open book. Shoot it totally straight. So whatever questions are burning in your head, just unmute yourself and go ahead and ask those now. Is it going to be crickets? Who's going to be brave?
Hey, Ashley, it's me, Lori Everett. I'm in Anchorage, Alaska. And my question is, I know this is maybe a little too much detail to ask for information on, but what did you specifically do to get to district in 9 days?
Yeah, great question. So when I started the business, I started with our Healthy Living Challenge. Arbonne has over 400 products. We have about 450 right now with our holiday line, but I started with the Nutrition Challenge. I'm obviously obsessed. I'm sitting here drinking my smoothie right now. But I started with the 30 days to healthy living. And what that is you get a nutrition kit, you get added to a Healthy Living Challenge page, you get recipes, meal plans, shopping list, avoid list, daily, how to, like, day 1 do this, day 2 do this. You get all of the support, and it is, no kidding, like the easy button. It's dummy proof. It's step by step. And my husband and I had just moved, and we had been living in a hotel for a while. We had been eating fast food. Like, we were just tired of being tired, honestly. I didn't necessarily want to lose weight. My husband did. He wanted to lose about 15 pounds. I didn't really want to lose weight, but I just wanted to feel better. I just was like, I would wake up, I would hit snooze like 10 times every morning. I was groggy. If I didn't like have coffee first thing in the morning, I would lose my crap. And then what would happen is I would sip my coffee until about 9, and then I would skip breakfast because coffee was breakfast. I would eat fast food for lunch, and then I would have that slump again. I would have another coffee for lunch. Around 2 o'clock, I would have that crash again. So I would get another coffee or a soda. And then dinner, I was so tired by the time we got home, and from being on that like energy roller coaster all day, that we would end up ordering a pizza, grabbing fast food, going through a drive-through, like just doing something quick. And it started really adding up. We had gained weight. We felt horrible. My skin was a train wreck. I was getting like crazy, like rashes and spots like on my body. It was just not a good time for me. And so I saw my friend Sarah posting about this 30 days to healthy living. And I'm like, you know what? There's a 45-day money back guarantee. The challenge is only 30 days long. So in my head, I'm like, I have nothing to lose. I can do this entire 30-day challenge. And if I absolutely hate it, I can send everything back and get a refund. So my husband and I both jumped in to do the 30-day challenge. And within 3 days, I was hooked. Like I'd never felt better. My energy was through the roof. I was not having crazy food cravings. And I am a sugar and carb addict. Like I'm from Alabama and we do everything fried and salted and buttered and sugary. And I broke that. And I'd never been able to break that. I was like a binge eater, you know. In 3 days, I could already tell a huge difference. And so what happened is people at work were noticing like, dang girl, you have got a lot of energy, or, you know, your skin's starting to clear up, or did you lose weight? And so I was naturally sharing. I was like, yeah, I'm doing this Arbonne challenge. And, you know, they're like, oh, how do I do it? I'm like, oh, go hit my friend Sarah up. And what happened is I'm sending her all of these referrals and she's like, you're doing the business. Like, that's exactly what we do. Instead of saying, go talk to my friend Sarah, say, go to my website and order, and then you get the commission. And it just was very natural. And so to get to district manager, what I did is I found 18 friends to jump in with me, and the volume from that promoted me to district manager in 9 days. And so the company average is about 6 months to district manager. I was just like obsessed and on fire, and I just believed in the product so much. I felt so good that I couldn't help but naturally tell people. And so that was how I promoted. And then I just started teaching other people how to do the same. And then you promote to area, you promote to region, you promote to nation. And it's just, it's the domino effect for sure.
Thanks.
You're welcome. Are there any other questions? No. Hey, Whitney, I haven't seen you in years. She's like, hey, girl. Okay, well, if you guys do have other questions, feel free to hit me up. Feel free to hit up whoever invited you to this call. Y'all can add me on Facebook or whatever. If you have other questions, I'll be happy to have a conversation with you. But I'll close with this. I started this business a little over 2 years ago, like I told y'all, and my number one goal was to be able to make $4,000 a month. And the reason I wanted $4,000 a month is because that was my husband's income. And I knew that if I could replace his income, then he would be able to retire when he was ready to retire at his 20-year mark in the Air Force, and that he would be able to spend time with his parents that were getting older, to mark off things off of his bucket list and not fall into that trap of retirement means go into a second job, like actually retire, because that's what that word means. And I just thought, man, if I could only make $4,000 a month, like that would be crazy. We would be able to retire him and still live our same quality of life. Y'all, we were able to replace his income in about 4 months. And within 9 months, we had replaced both of our incomes. Now we have nearly quadrupled both of our incomes combined. And I don't say that to like brag about the amount of money we make, because it's not about the money. Yes, it has afforded us an absolutely incredible life. It affords us options. It affords us choices. But more than that, it affords us to be able to give back in ways that we only used to pray and dream about. Our team in one day raised $100,000 to build an orphanage in Zambia for 12 children. About 3 days later, we raised $130,000 for the families that lost their home recently in the California fires. And just last night, I was able to take 3 AEDs to a guy on my team that I had never even met, because his little boy has had 3 heart surgeries and could go into AFib at any given time. So they literally do not go anywhere unless it's within 10 minutes to a hospital, because they're so worried about their son going into AFib and they can't afford an AED. Our team came together and was able to purchase 3. So the little boy has one at home, he has one traveling, and he has one at his grandparents. And when I was leaving their house last night, I literally have chills right now. When I was leaving his house last night, the grandma came to me and she could not stop hugging me, because she just said, "You've given me time back with my grandbaby. You've given me time back, because my grandbaby can't come to my house because I live too far from the hospital." And it is just so much bigger than protein shakes and makeup and skincare, y'all. This is a group of life-changing people. And so if you decide to join our team, you're not just joining a company that has great products. You're literally joining a family of people that have servant hearts, of people that have integrity, of people that have a strong work ethic, and of people that want to change the world, and they're doing their part. So I invite you to look at this opportunity, look at what you know that you are made for more to do, and whether it's Arbonne or not, I just challenge you to stop believing those self-limiting things that do not serve us in our heads. Stop thinking, I couldn't do this, or I wouldn't be good at this, or this is only for certain people, because it's not. It's for anybody that knows that they want more out of life and they don't want to keep spinning on the hamster wheel. So thank y'all so much just for spending a little bit of time with us. Like I said, if you were invited to this call, someone thinks very, very highly of you, because we had a limit to how many people we could get on this call, and you were the selected chosen one. So if nothing else, reach out to the consultant that invited you and tell them thank you for thinking so highly of me. I feel so special. But that's all that I have. I'll go ahead and end the call. Thank y'all again for jumping on, and feel free to reach out with any questions that you have. Happy Sunday. I'll see y'all later.